My name is Obanilu Ire Allende, and I'm an advocate for culture and knowledge. Well, I've been performing Plena professionally since 15 years of age, but I've been learning Plena and Bomba, which are part of my Puerto Rican heritage, I would say since the womb, and definitely since 2 years of age. I got into Bomba y Plena and the Puerto Rican culture through my mother, Maria Luisa, and she would take me to the rehearsals of Los Pleneros de la 21 back in the 80s. And I also got into it because in my home there was a lot of Caribbean music, and amongst those rhythms there was Bomba y Plena, and there's a lot of Cortijo music, and Cortijo being very important. So it's become a big inspiration because my dad played with many of those greats that did Bomba y Plena, and my mother was a big follower, so I was always present around the music. Plena music is from the island of Puerto Rico, or Borique. It is played all over the islands and many other of the islands. And in Puerto Rico, it is played with 3 panderos and a vegetable instrument that we call the guicharo, or the guiro. And it is the newspaper of the day. So it can talk about any news that may happen, anything sad or anything happy. It's been played in bands ever since the 30s on, and it's always been played in its small acoustic ensemble. So, Plena music, it consists of an acoustic ensemble, and these are the panderos, or in English we call them hand drums. It consists of three different sizes with 3 different sounds. The first one, we call it the seguidor. It's called different in different parts of the area, and it's the one that calls the punteador, right? So it would be played something like this. Seguidor. We call it the mother drum. The mother drum calls the father drum. The second hand drum is called the punteador. Punteador meaning it stops the rhythm. So it reacts to the quarter notes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. This what I'm doing is a pattern that they did in the east side of the music, the center of the music, and the western part of the island. It's called punta y clavo. Today they play it something like that. Always accenting the second note. Yeah? Punteador. The third and the higher is the seed, the child. It's the one that talks back to the parents, yeah? So this is called the requinto. Requinto meaning higher, no? So he would solo. He usually does the punta de clavo on the other side. Comes in and out of the pattern. As you can see, we're using both hands. In some places on the western part of Mayagüez, of the island, they play like this, and they use different tactics, as I was doing here. with the backside. We also use the thumb. So we use our point finger and our thumb, usually. To each style, to each person their own. This is the requinto, is the solo drum over the seguidor and the punteador. Well, these panderos, they're usually made of different kinds of wood. This is oak, white oak. Most of the time it is white oak. It could be cherry oak. It can be all kinds of trees. Usually are the trees of the regional areas of Puerto Rico. The skin that you see here does not sound like a cow skin, which would be a lot thicker and it wouldn't resonate as much. This is a goat skin, usually the female skin. This is the stomach. The stomach area is a little bit thinner, so it gives you a higher pitch. Something very important that my dear friend Chema Soto from El Rincón Criollo told me that this style of mounting a pandero is called baileretas. It's a fusion of what the bailas, or what we call timbales nowadays, is into what is the pandero of Puerto Rico. Usually it would be one going over, and it wouldn't be two rings. The pandero consists of a couple of shots. The tones, the slap, close slap, open slap, the muffle with your left hand, which helps you do combos of a mid-tone. Right? Combinations with your slap and your tone. And of course, the last one, the bell. Sometimes I like to close my bell. Again, the muffle works for all. Bell, tone. Another way of doing a bell, which is a very old school way, is hitting the hand. You hit the back of the pandero.
This episode of Music as a World Phenomenon is sponsored and supported by Siembra Maestra, Music and Arts Collective, Advocates of Culture and Knowledge Television, and Apito, Centro Cultural de Puerto Rico. Learn more about Plena, Obanilu and his music, his percussion classes, and much more at ackmovement.com. You can also find us on Facebook. Become a member and learn more about our events, lectures, and activism.